be better at it than we are.
It just constantly involved and constantly updated, because it's like we'll realize like, oh crap, we haven't posted an Instagram in like 2 weeks, and so like we just it's hard to like constantly try to keep up with, oh yeah, like there's people out there that actually do want to hear our stuff and are interested in our endeavors and what we're doing. And so a lot of it is like, I try to see it as coming from the mindset of just letting them know that like, yeah, like we know you guys are out there and like we're hitting you guys up with some new stuff. Whether that's like just a picture of us in the studio recording new songs, or a picture from a show that we played the night before thanking everyone who came out, or even like a lyric video or a music video or a live session of one of our songs, some sort of little token of like, yeah, these guys are still doing their thing.
Yeah, it's really true. There's like so much like behind that isn't there for like, so to everybody else, like we have 5 songs, we have a 5-song EP, and that's what we put out and that's what everybody's heard. But like, if you ask us, like we got a bunch of songs, you know, but we just can't record them all the time. We can't put them out
because money,
because dollars or whatever, you know, like that's a thing. So eventually like hopefully we can show people that there's like a lot more there, you know. But it's a constant process, and that's kind of the fun of it too. It's like deciding like what are we gonna push forward, because that does make you like pick and choose like what is more important right now, and like maybe a song that I like might not be the most important thing to show everybody, you know. So unbelievably, it's kind of the format now. Like I think it started being that, like MySpace era, like early 2000s, because MySpace was such a platform for music, and like there's kind of a formula, like those bands, like essentially the people like one generation above us or half a generation above us, like they all made it because of MySpace, and then that platform died, and now there's new platforms, and you need to figure that out. But those ones are a little less defined, you know, or maybe they are as defined, but you won't know until the next generation. Be like, oh, everybody made it because of Vivo or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's kind of the thing. It's like you gotta hack it. But it's super important. It's super important. And there are some bands. I kind of have a theory that like the most talented musicians in the world were never discovered just because they didn't have like, you know, the platform to do it, or they weren't good enough. I just have this theory that like maybe the best musician was never ever found, and we don't know what it sounds like. And that's because of social. Well, it used to be because of like basic marketing and how record labels would promote and distribution and things like that. But now it's definitely because of social media.
And I think that it's hard to put a black and white rating on a band, but from the eyes of the industry, social media is kind of the best way to do that, because you have solid numbers to back it. Like, if you're talking to an agent or a booker or a label or a manager or any of those things, they're gonna want to know your numbers. They're gonna want to know your Facebook numbers. They're gonna want to know your plays, your repeats on Spotify. They're gonna want to know your Instagram followers. They're gonna want to know. They're gonna want like the black and white, hard numbers that don't lie to back up just what music you have, because you know it is a business, and they want to make sure that if they're in any way representing you, that you're going to be lucrative to them.
So. Hopefully just more sessions, and hopefully more eventually a music video pretty soon. But we got our Instagram, we have a dormant Snapchat, we have a Twitter, we have a Facebook, and we have Bandcamp for those who, I like Bandcamp a lot because of like the whole name your price vibe and stuff like that. And then Spotify's probably the biggest way people listen to us. I would say the biggest front is Spotify for people who want to listen to us, iTunes for people who want to own the music, and Instagram for people who want to see it. Followed closely by Facebook. So those are essentially the fronts that we're seeing the most activity on the other end. And I think if we saw more activity from, say, Twitter or Snapchat, like we'd use them more. But because like that's become the most reciprocal relationship, that's the one we invest the most in.